Did your wife really leave you, or did she just leave her discomfort? Hi, I'm Charlie McKeever, your Happy Man coach. And when I talk with men who are facing divorce, facing marital separation, maybe they've gone through divorce and they're on the other side, and when they talk about it, they say, well, when she left me. And then I have to ask, I'm curious always, like, did she leave you, or did she leave the situation? Did she leave her discomfort? And I'm not trying to be flippant. I'm not trying to wordsmith it or be contrary to their feelings. What I'm saying is, was it really ever about you? Now, look, I understand we are not in this alone, right? We participate in a lot of ways in the thing that we're experiencing. We don't realize how much we contribute to the experiences that we're having. Even our perception, our mental perception of those experiences and how we interpret them and what we think about them influences our experience. But we're not alone in the relationship. There is another person there. There's another person's thoughts, feelings, desires, fears, shame, what they want for themselves in their life, what demons they're battling within themselves. And so a lot of times we have to take a step back and say, wait a minute, I'm participating in this, right? I'm not alone in this. It takes two people to have a relationship, but maybe this isn't all about me. So many times guys want to take things personally. Like they say, oh, well, she's upset. And then they naturally jump into this fix-it mode where they think that they need to make everything better. But a lot of times what's happening is the other person is going through something. They're experiencing something on their own. They have their own thoughts, their own feelings. They're taking action in order to try to make themselves feel better. And especially in situations where there's an affair, especially in situations where there's some sort of behavior on the other person's part where it's just not acceptable to you, that this isn't the way that you're going to live, that doesn't work for you, that other person, your wife, is trying to do something for herself. And a lot of times she's not trying to do something to you. You don't like what's happening. You don't like her choices. It wasn't what you asked for. It's not what you want. But it's not really about you. In fact, even her, if she's talking about you and she's talking to you, at you, about you, including you in the story, and she's pointing at you and blaming you for things, doesn't automatically mean that it's about you. It means that something's going on with her and she doesn't know how to reconcile it. She doesn't know how to fix it. She doesn't know how to get away from it. And so a lot of times what she'll do is she'll just say, I want a divorce, or I want a separation. There's no way forward for her. She doesn't have hope. She doesn't see there's a path for her to feel better other than just to pull the ripcord. And so rather than taking that on and saying, well, that was about me, or that I was rejected, or I wasn't good enough, or that she left me, we can recognize that she left the situation. She left her discomfort. She didn't have the tools. She didn't have the desire. She didn't have the ability to be able to navigate that, and she stopped trying. So if this is something that you have experienced, something that a story you still tell yourself, and you'd like a better story, you'd like to see the world a different way, you'd like to be able to own your part and let her part be her part, then go to happymancoaching.com and schedule a call with me. Let's talk. Let's spend some time together, because I guarantee you that you owning your part is definitely healthy. It's definitely going to benefit you and grow you as a man. And letting her part be her part is so incredibly important to the healing process, because a lot of times what we see after a man gets divorced is that her problems are still there. Her behavior, her thinking, her feelings about things, it's still hers. It's still there. And it wasn't something that he was ever going to be able to fix or manage or control. And it wasn't his right or responsibility to in any way. So, happymancoaching.com, let's talk. Let's talk this through. Let's get you past that. You don't have to hang on to that. You don't have to drag that forward. That's not something that you need in your life. It's not something you need in your next relationship. You don't need to be looking over your shoulder or thinking poorly of yourself, bringing a low regard story of yourself into your next relationship. If there's something there that you need to own for yourself and make new choices about, 100% we can talk about that, and we can come up with a plan and work through that together. But it's not something that you just automatically have to decide that this means something about you as a person, as a man. You get to define what that meaning is, and you get to make choices for yourself about who you want to be moving forward. So, happymancoaching.com, book that call, and I'll talk to you soon.